तो आज मैं सीक्रेट गार्डन लेकर के आई हूँ। ये जो पैलेस रॉयल पैलेस है उसका ये सीक्रेट गार्डन है। तो आज मैं आपको वीडियो में दिखाने वाली हूँ ये पूरा टूर सीक्रेट गार्डन का। हेलो दोस्तों, तो कैसे हो आप लोग। तो आज मैं फिर से एक नए वीडियो के साथ आई हूँ। तो आज हम लोग घूमने वाले हैं सीक्रेट गार्डन। तो पहला पार्ट में मैंने दिखाया था कि हमने वहाँ से मेन गेट से टिकट लिया था और सीक्रेट गार्डन जाने के लिए अलग से टिकट लेना पड़ता है। टाइमिंग अलग अलग स्लॉट का होता है, 1 आवर का। तो हमारा 2:30 टू 3:30 था। तो अभी यहाँ पे हम एंट्री कर रहे हैं। तो यहाँ पे हमारा टिकट स्कैन होगा, उसके बाद फिर हम आगे जाएंगे। तो ये गार्डन बहुत ही सुंदर है। ये कोरियन कल्चर को, उसके संस्कृति को, उसके आर्ट को सबको दर्शाता है। और ये इतना सुंदर है और इतना शांत है कि मतलब यहाँ आने के बाद ही आपको एक अच्छा सा सुकून सा लगेगा। इस गार्डन को सीक्रेट इसलिए बोला जाता है क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो राजा थे और जो रानियाँ थी वो यहाँ पे शाम के टाइम या जब भी उनका मन होता था वो अकेले वॉक करते थे। तो यहाँ पे आम जनता जो थी उनको ये अलाउड नहीं था कि इस एरिया में वो लोग घूमें। तो इसलिए इसको सीक्रेट गार्डन बोला जाता है। तो ये बहुत ही सुंदर है। यहाँ जो आर्किटेक्चर है यहाँ का वो बिल्कुल भी बनावटी नहीं है, एकदम नेचुरल लगता है, नेचर से बना हुआ है। और जितने भी रास्ते भी हैं वो अप डाउन ऐसे हैं। जो भी बनी हुई चीज़ें हैं सारा हैंडमेड बना हुआ है। ऐसा मतलब वो देख के नहीं लगता है कि ये एक नेचर का बहुत ही सुंदर नेचर है यहाँ पे। और कोरियन कल्चर को दिखाता है यहाँ पे कि कैसे वो लोग रहते थे। ये 15वीं सदी में शायद बना हुआ है। तो हम लोग इसलिए यहाँ पे घूमने आए हैं ताकि हमें देखना है कि कोरिया में लोग पहले जो राजा महाराजा थे कैसे रहते थे। तो अभी यहाँ पे हमें गाइड आ गए हैं, तो देखते हैं वो आगे का हमें बताएंगे। तो चलिए देखते हैं।
Royal family retreat or recreation area. That's the reason it was going by the secret garden, forbidden garden. And this palace was just not standing alone here. You can see the wall on the right side. All beyond that wall on the right side belong to the other palace called Changgyeonggung. While this palace became 13 kings' main palace, other one became super to this one. Plus, you might have heard of the Jongmyo Royal Shrine, located far down that way. All of these places were completely connected to each other as a huge compound from the beginning, because technically these were the settlement capital back then. But this palace is out just 135 acres. And in this garden side, with this season, we do have a 4-place look. And after looking the whole place, you can always stay a little longer if you want to, or just get back where it came from to see more details of the palace ground on the way out, or go into the other palace as well. Remember, there was another entrance right next to it. It's like connected gate to the other palace directly.
तो अभी हम लोग जा रहे हैं आगे, सीक्रेट गार्डन की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं। तो अभी मैंने थोड़ा वीडियो को फास्ट फॉरवर्ड किया हुआ है ताकि आप लोग ये जो व्यू है वो देखें, जो हमारा वे है गार्डन की ओर जाने का। तो उसको मैंने अभी वीडियो में दिखाया है। तो ये हमारा वे है जाने का। तो बोलते हैं कि यहाँ पे जो राजा रानी थे वो लोग इवनिंग वॉक जैसा, मतलब या दोपहर में या मेडिटेशन के लिए, सब करने के लिए, मतलब ये उनका सीक्रेट प्राइवेट पैलेस था। वहाँ पे नॉर्मल जो आम पब्लिक थे वो नहीं जा सकते थे। तो ये बहुत ही सुंदर और प्रकृति, मतलब नेचुरल है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं आर्टिफिशियल है। तो यहाँ देख सकते हैं। और आगे में जो ये आपको दिख रहा होगा 2-3 ऐसे घर। और हाँ, इन्होंने गाइड ने ही हमें बताया था कि जो भी मतलब ये बना हुआ घर है ना, तो एक दूसरे को फेसिंग करके ही बनता था। जैसे चारों तरफ आप देख सकते हो, ये इसका फेस उसको कर रहा है, वो फेस इसका कर रहा है, फिर ये फेस इसका कर रहा है। इसमें बोलते हैं मेडिटेशन करते थे। ये जो तालाब है यहाँ पे राजा या राजकुमार या रानियाँ जो भी हैं वो स्विमिंग वगैरह करते थे और फिशिंग करते थे यहाँ पे। तो ये चीज़ इन्होंने बताया कि एक दूसरे को फेसिंग वाला ही घर है, कि जो भी घर है एक दूसरे को फेसिंग वाला है ताकि एक दूसरे से बात कर सकते थे। पहले तो ऐसा कुछ फ़ोन और ये सब का तो था नहीं, तो इसके थ्रू वो लोग एक दूसरे से कनेक्ट करते थे कि। और चारों तरफ से वो खुला हुआ था। और बोलते हैं कि यहाँ पे सामने राजा जो थे वो इधर आते थे। और हाँ, उस टाइम भी इन्होंने, जो गाइड ने था, बताया था कि उस टाइम में भी मेल का अलग सेक्शन होता था, फीमेल का अलग होता था। तो जैसे इधर साइड वाला अगर मेल का है तो उस साइड वाला जो घर है वह फीमेल का होता था। प्राइवेसी का पहले बहुत ही ध्यान दिया जाता था। और आगे सुनिए, गाइड ने सब कुछ डिटेल में बताया है, जितना हो सका मैंने कैप्चर किया है। अगर आपको वीडियो पसंद आ रहा है तो मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिएगा, लाइक करिएगा।
That's how the timekeeping became one of the most important king's duties, and right at the same time, to imply how important the job was, we try to put it right next to this building, which got a lot more authorities than the other buildings around here. All right, please come this way. Let's go on to the next place.
These are infinity feathers.
The other wall on your left side belongs to the second part of the garden. Is called AMG, and this place was built around like 1692. Though that there are two different gates to come in, but the other side gate is not open to the public for the safety reason. But that side of the gate gets a lot popular than this side one, because that gate is all about the longevity vibe. This one leads to the Crown Prince's study. Which one would you like to choose if you have choices between longevity and the study part? That's the reason the other one gets a lot popular than this side. But right now, we're gonna have to make it other way around. And you can also see that like a nameplate case here, we're supposed to read it from right to left. It's called a Kumamon in Korean or Jinmamon. I'm not good at that. But the meanings are the same. The Gate of Golden Horse. Golden Horse was like another name to call the Crown Prince back then. So he must have done something inside of this place in the study, meaning he had to study a lot. Right, please come this way.
Like Japanese.
If you look to your left side, you can see that small and non-collar building, so that the Crown Prince could stay focused on his study. Well, but technically that was the only way he could survive out of all his power games in his palace anyway, because by the age of 6 to 8, that was the moment the prince became the Crown Prince by going through the installation. But he couldn't afford to have too many useless political enemies out there until he got the crown. So all he could do was to study hard with keeping a low profile. Especially, this one was belonged to the Crown Prince Hyeomyong, who was the grandson of a 22nd King Cheongjo, who actually built up the royal library out there. Remember that site? And this prince, Crown Prince, he was trying so hard to follow his grandfather's footprint, but I guess he couldn't make his dreams come true because he died in his early 20s. I'm not sure if there is anyone who happens to become a big fan of Korean TV shows or the historical dramas. The legendary one came out like 8 or 9 years ago. It's called Love in the Moonlight, that has Park Bo-gums on it. It was all about that crown prince's life. Well, the rumor, even back then, had that he was such a good-looking crown prince. So the fact that having that actor in the role must be the perfect casting. I'm a human being as well. Once you look at his face, you'll be the same page of mine. And this prince, even though he couldn't make long life, but he feels very peaceful as it is right now. You see the gravels here? They never planted the grasses on the palace ground here because they were associated with like tumor graveyards. Obviously, this was not specially made for dead people. Instead, they covered the whole palace ground with gravels here to have a better water draining system. Another thing about them, if anyone was trying to step up on this one, no one could be able to hide the footsteps out. You hear that? So just by hearing this sound, anyone in the building site, they could recognize who's coming in and out, just like a nightingale floors. Well, another drama thing again. That's what makes like a cliche of a Korean historical dramas again. I don't know why though. Back then, all those really important people, or the VIPs, the royal families, they were sitting in the same room with trying to make the secret conversation. While they were doing that, there they had like some sounds coming from the outside like this, then they would yell, like who's out there? That happened a lot. Trust me, I've seen them a lot, and I'll see them a lot as well. Please come this way. When we're walking, those who got the access to come inside of this garden were very much like upper class of the society, meaning they were too precious people to put their feet in the ground that much. Usually carried by berries in the palanquins or took the horseback ridings a lot, but we're just walking today.
From the back. What is this? What?
This building had no colors like the buildings around here, right? The VIPs were drop off. So that was where they were drop off. That's what makes right inside the main gate belong to the service quarters. So I'm standing as a servant's position versus all of like the VIPs around here. So the everything is right up toward. I don't even know I'm getting this step by step.
Careful.
Okay, now we're getting into the male quarters, which became the main stage for the banquet here. So that place was where they put a huge stage to show some performances to the royal families, a couple of them who were sitting in the heart of the floor. With that's kind of exceptional layout. You can completely see it for the whole building. If you look to the right side, you can see the wall can divide into two different places. But if you see straight right up there, you can completely see through the whole building. Because the backside of the building has like a bedroom, living room kind of structure. Once they open the door in between, completely connect vision in one place. So the other party people can come through that pathway to enjoy the rest of the banquets from the inside of the building as well. And even now and then, some VIP got early and some VIP got late. To buy some time, they actually haven't been here before. You know where to sit, exactly. So, and this study was built because of that reason. And if you look at that way, you can actually see the tip of the original tile roof up there. So that was the original style of the study until they found out it was happened to be built with facing west, which brought too much sunlight. I mean, they didn't have the sunglasses either. Right. You see how tall this gate is? Mind your step and your head, please. Mind your head, please. I've told you twice. I was one of them. That's not that hard. Right there. See the furnace down there? So, find your head, please. Once you look into the building here, if you see some floor as covered with the yellow,
Why is everybody from their place now?
People will get hurt, so they cut it.
you can consider as like a bigger of 5% furnace. But hopefully that they're still in hibernating. So as long as we stay on designated trail, we'll be fine. That's how I never got encountered.
There is snake hole.
अच्छा
Now they are sleeping. If they wake up, then we will be in danger.
How many tourists place? They can't also move.